Hello students, welcome to first PUC online classes. As in the previous video, we were discussing about equations of motions for freely falling body. Already we have seen when a body projected from top of the tire, what are the ratio of the distance travelled, and already we have written the equations of motions for a freely falling body when object is projected upside. Right? Now in this class, let us see some parameters when body projected upside and the stopping distance, reaction time along with the relative velocity. This concept we will see in this class. The first concept is parameters. Parameters. Parameters of vertically projected body. Vertically projected body. Vertically projected body. Right? See here, we know that when a body is projected upside, we know equations of motions. Three equations of motion we can write. See here, what are the equations of motions for vertically projected body? V is equal to u minus dt. One equation, right? One more equation. H is equal to how much? Ut minus half gt square, or S is equal to ut plus at minus half gt square. Right? One more equation is that. What this is? V square minus u square. V square minus u square equal to 2as minus 2gs, a replaced by z. What are these? Three equations of motion when body projected upside, vertically projected. Right. Here parameters are there. When body projected upsides, we have three parameters. One parameter is the maximum height, second one is the time of ascent, third one is the time of descent, and fourth one is nothing but time of flight. Right? Then see here, let us see the one by one parameters. The first parameter is the maximum height. Maximum height. Right? See students, we can take when a body is projected upside, gradually its velocity decreases at a particular highest point. Momentarily velocity is zero. Momentarily velocity is zero. The height with which the body travels when it is projected upside, that height we are calling maximum height. What we are calling maximum height. And at the maximum height, the final velocity of the body is zero. So did you observe? Let us take a cricket ball. When a cricket ball is throwing upside, when cricket ball goes upside, gradually its velocity decreases at a particular point. At a particular point, the velocity of the ball is zero. Then again it comes back. But at a particular point, velocity is zero. The height with which the ball travels when it is projected upside, that height we are calling maximum height. Here, how to define the maximum height here? When a body is projected upside, at a particular point, the momentarily velocity is zero. That height we are calling maximum height. Here, how to define maximum height? When a body projected vertically, at a point, momentarily the velocity of body is zero. Or body is 0. Body is 0. Right? When a body is projected up vertically upside at a point where momentarily velocity is 0. The height, that height, when a body projected upside at a point where momentarily velocity is 0 is called as maximum height. Called as maximum height. See here how the maximum height is there. Shall I take? Let us take. I will take this nothing but the ground. This is the ground I will take. Right? From this ground, let us take the bodies projected vertically like this, with initial velocity u. Initial velocity u. At this point, exactly at this point, see here when the body projected upside, at this point exactly the final velocity of the body is 0 and a fraction of second. In a fraction of second, the velocity of this body is 0. Then this height we are calling this height we are calling maximum height. We are calling maximum height. Right? Then after again this body comes back. That is different. But when this body projected upside, momentarily at this point, the velocity is 0. That height we are calling maximum height. See here how to calculate the maximum height. We know that. We know equations of motion. When equations of motion for vertically projected body, what this is? This equation is there. How it is? V square minus u square is equal to minus 2gh. Right? But at the maximum height at this point, the final velocity of the body is 0. Right? Then this height means nothing but this distance. Shall I take? H can be replaced by how much? H maximum. This can be replaced by H maximum. Then again, how to replace this equation? See here above this equation. Shall I take 0 square minus of u square equal to minus of 2 H maximum? Right? Minus can cancel. What is remaining here then? U square is equal to 2z of how much? H maximum. Or what is H maximum from this? H maximum can be written. H maximum equal to u square divided by 2z. U square divided by 2z. See here. When body projected upside, its maximum height that can be calculated by this formula. Right? Then here, maximum height we got the equation H maximum equal to u square by 2z. Here 2z is constant. 2z is constant. Then what is H maximum from this? How to write? H maximum of vertically projected body directly proportional to square of initial velocity. Directly proportional to square of initial velocity. How much velocity will project, that much the body goes with the maximum height. Are you following me? I mean, if the body projected with more velocity, the body can reach with the maximum height. Directly, the maximum height attained by the body depends on how much velocity the body projected vertically. So this is what considered maximum height. Now one more parameter is there. That parameter we are calling time of ascent and time of descent. Both we see. Look at it. After this, let us take one more parameter, time of ascent. See here. Time of ascent. Time of ascent. Are you following? How to see this? Now again I will take the ground. On the ground, let us take any body projected. Are you following? Shall I take this? Look at me. This is nothing but the ground you can take. Right? From this ground, let us consider this body projected. This is the body projected. Right or wrong? The body projected with initial velocity u, when it reaches, what about the final velocity? That is 0. Right or wrong? Then what you can do? This is nothing but the maximum height. This is the maximum height. Right? What is time of ascent? Time of ascent means the time taken by vertically projected body to reach the maximum height. What this is? Time taken by vertically projected body to reach the maximum height. One body ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೋತದ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಹೈಟ್ಗೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಹೈಟ್ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೋತದ ಆ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಶಾಲ್ ಐ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಟ್ ವೇ? Time taken by vertically projected body. Time taken by vertically projected body. Vertically projected body. Vertically projected body. Vertically projected body. To reach the maximum height. To reach the maximum height. Maximum height. Maximum height is called as time of ascent. Called as time of ascent. See here, how much time taken to reach the maximum height? Simply that we are calling time of ascent. How to calculate this time of ascent? Look at this equation. V is equal to u minus Vt when the body projected upside. Are you following? See here, this equation shall write V equal to u minus Vt. Right? At the maximum height, what is the velocity? Velocity 0. At the maximum height, final velocity 0. But the time of ascent can be replaced by Ta. T can be replaced by Ta. Then what about this equation? Final velocity 0 equal to u minus z of how much? Ta. Right? Or shall I write directly? Z of Ta equal to u. What is time of ascent? Time of ascent equal to u divided by z. U divided by z. See here again. Here z is constant. And on what factor time of ascent depends? Time of ascent depends the initial projected velocity. How much velocity projected? More the velocity projected, more the time taken to reach the maximum height. Right or wrong? So this is what the time of ascent. After this, we need to study the one more here, time of descent. Shall I write here? Time of descent. Time of descent. Right? See here, time taken to reach the maximum height, that we are calling time of ascent. In similar manner, time taken by vertically projected body to reach from maximum height to ground level. What is that? Time taken to move the body from a position from maximum height to ground level. That we are calling time of descent. Simply, from upper position to reach the ground, how much time taken? That we are calling time of descent. In what way can define the time of descent? Time taken by the vertically projected body from the point of maximum height to ground level. That we are calling time of descent. Shall I define here? The time taken by body. Time taken by body to reach from a position of maximum height, from a position of maximum height. Position of maximum height to ground level. To ground level is called as time of descent. Is called as time of descent. Time of descent. See here? Time of descent. Are you following? I mean, from this point to reach the ground, how much time taken? So that we are calling time of descent. Experimentally, you can observe how much time taken by the body to reach the maximum height. Same amount of time taken to reach from maximum height to ground level. Are you following me? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೋತದೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಅಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೋತದೆ. Then directly what you can call how much time taken to reach to maximum height, same amount of time taken to reach the ground level. That is time of ascent is equal to time of descent. You can check it very clearly. Let us take a body projected upside. So let us count how much time taken to reach the maximum height. Again, when it comes back from maximum height to ground level, same amount of times can be taken. Directly, time of ascent equal to time of descent. Generally. So I am writing directly this time of descent also the same formula. That is u divided by z. U divided by z. Then after this, one more parameter is remaining. That parameter, time of flight. Time of flight. Shall I write here? Time of flight. Time of flight. Simply, time taken by the body to complete its journey. I mean, from this point the body projected upside, again comes back. To complete one journey, to complete one path, closer path, how much time taken? That we are calling time of flight. Simply, the time of flight is the sum of time of ascent and time of descent. Or can define in alternating manner in what way? Time taken by the body to complete its vertically projected path. That we are calling time of flight. Shall I write here directly? The time of flight that is represented by t. Represented by t. Time of flight is the sum of time of ascent. Time of ascent plus time of descent. Sum of time of ascent plus time of descent. This is nothing but time of ascent. This we are calling time of descent. To complete the journey or vertically projected. That time we are calling time of flight. Shall I take it there directly? Ta equal to u by z, Ta equal to Td equal to u by z. Shall I take them directly here out of it? U divided by z plus how much? U divided by z. Then what is the time of flight here? Time of flight equal to u divided by z. Time of flight equal to u divided by z. So these are what? Important parameters when vertically projected body for maximum height, for time of ascent, for time of descent, along with the time of flight. After this, let us take the one more concept. The concept is the stopping distance, reaction time and relative velocity. This we will see. See here. Next concept is stopping distance. Right? So directly where we are going? Stopping distance. Stopping distance. Distance. I'm reaction time. Reaction time. Stopping distance and reaction time. Very simple concepts. Let us go for the stopping distance in first case. See here students, for common experience, let us consider a driver moving along the car on the straight road. Suddenly if the boy appears, you know what he can do? The driver just observe the boy and slams the brake suddenly, right? When the brake is hold, then after some time the car is appeared to be rest. Or you can take one more example. Let us consider you are moving on the car or you are moving on the bike. Suddenly if a person appears on the road, what you can do? Just you can observe the person and you can hold the brake. When you hold the brake, after some distance, your bicycle or your vehicle come to destination. A stopping distance means the distance traveled by the vehicle before coming to rest when brake applies. That distance we are calling stopping distance. I mean, the stopping distance phenomena occurs only for negative acceleration. I mean retardation we are calling. Retardation means final velocity of the body must be less than initial velocity of the body. Then acceleration is negative. Right or wrong? Shall I take here? Shall I take by taking how the stopping distance can appear? Look at me. So let us take it is nothing but a vehicle. Are you following? This is a vehicle. Right. Consider this vehicle. This vehicle moving on the straight road. This is the straight road. Right. Is the driver. Consider he is the driver. Right. When the vehicle moving with initial velocity, how much velocity is there? U is the initial velocity. Right or wrong? If the case suddenly on the road, if any person appears, then what a driver can do? Driver just observe the person and put the brake on the vehicle. Then after some distance, the vehicle may stop here. I mean exactly at this point the final velocity of the vehicle is 0. Right? Then what you are calling? The distance traveled by the vehicle before coming to rest when brake is applied. That distance we are calling stopping distance. In what way I can define the stopping distance? Shall I define your stopping distance? Look at me here. I will define your stopping distance. Stopping distance. Right? In what way I can define? The distance traveled by vehicle. The distance traveled by the vehicle. Before comes to rest when brake applied or when brake applies is called as stopping distance. Is called as stopping distance. Very simple this concept. What happens? This vehicle moving with the uniform velocity u. Right or wrong? Then actually when a person appears on the road, the driver just put the brake on the vehicle. Then after some distance the vehicle stops. Before come to rest position, how much the distance traveled? That we are calling stopping distance. See here, we know equations of motion. What equation of motion? See here, v square minus u square is equal to 2s. Right? When it come to rest position, final velocity 0, and the distance can be replaced by d. Or shall I take This distance, shall I take a stopping distance? I will take SD. I will take DS. I will take or SD directly. Stopping distance I will take SD. Right? Shall I take S can be replaced by SD? Stopping distance I will take. Then what about this equation here? V0 0 square minus of U square equal to how much? 2 of how much? SD. Or what is the stopping distance formula directly? Stopping distance is P equal to U square divided by 2A. What is minus sign? With the minus sign. Here minus sign means the acceleration is negative. Why acceleration is negative? Final velocity is 0. Initial velocity is there. Final velocity less than initial velocity, then acceleration we are calling the negative. Right? Then what you can call? See, if the stopping distance is there, in the stopping distance negative sign will appear. Negative sign indicates the acceleration attained by the vehicle is negative. Then see here, the stopping distance x is equal to minus U square by 2A. I mean, the stopping distance that depends on the initial velocity of the vehicle and retardation. Because the 2 is the constant. As the acceleration decrease, stopping distance will increase. Right? If initial velocity increase, then stopping distance will increase. I mean, more the velocity of the vehicle, more it take longer distance to come to rest. So this is what comes under stopping distance. After this, let us take the reaction time. What about the reaction time? Reaction time. See here, during the stopping distance, reaction time may occur because some situation demands our quick reactions. Shall I give an examples? So consider a person coming inside the classroom. I can observe him. I can observe and then I can react him. To observe and react, in between there is some time interval. The time interval we are calling time of reaction. Right? Or one more example I can take. Let us consider an apple falling from the tree. If the apple is falling from the tree and reached on the ground, while apple is falling, I can observe it, and during the falling, I can observe it. To observe and to fall, what is the time interval? This we are calling time of reaction, right? Or one more example you can take. Consider a person moving on the road. Suddenly, vehicle comes. Then what driver can do? Driver can observe him and put the brake on the vehicle. To observe the person and put the brake on the vehicle, in between them some time is there. The time we are calling time of reaction. Here what is the time of reaction then? Time of reaction is the time of the person to observe, think and react. To observe, think and react. This time we are calling time of reaction. Best example. When person coming on the road suddenly, the driver just observe him, think and put the brake on the vehicle. Observe, think and react. This time we are calling time of reaction. How to calculate the time of reaction and how to define. Let us take initially. How to define time of reaction? It is the time of person. Time of reaction is the time of person. It is the time. It is the time of person. The time of person. To observe, think, to observe, think and react. This we are calling time of reaction. Then for a vertically projected body or a body falling from some height, you can calculate your time of reaction. For example, if consider anybody falling from top of the building or from top of the tree, right? What you can do, just to observe the body and you can catch it. Then you can calculate your time of reaction. To observe, to catch the body, in between them some time is there, right? You can calculate your time of reaction. How to calculate? Consider here. See here. Let us take it is nothing but the ground, right? It is nothing but the top of the tower. You can take this nothing but the tower, right? When body projected from this point, actually here what is the initial velocity? Initial velocity is 0 before falling. Before falling initial velocity 0, and the body comes from upper position to lower position. G is taken to be positive, right? When body goes upside, G is taken to be negative. Already we have taken the sign convention in the last class, right students? Then if anybody falling from top of the building or top of the tree, I can hold it. When you hold it, you can calculate your time of reaction. Time of reaction means to observe the body and to catch it. In between them some time is there. Right? Shall I take here? Let us take any one person. I will take. This is the person I will take. Right? The person observe the body and it catch it. Right? See here how much I needed to catch the body, how much distance travel. H is the distance travel. To observe the body and to catch it. In between them some time is there. This time we are calling time of reaction. Shall I take the time of reaction? I will represent by TR. How to calculate this time of reaction? We know equations of motion of freely falling body. When body falling from top of the building, what is the equations of motion? This is the equation of motion. V square minus U square is equal to 2s. Right? Or you can take one more equation. Here we need the time. We need the time in S is equal to ut plus how much of gt square. S is equal to ut plus of gt square. See here, S can be replaced by h value. S can be replaced by h value. What is initial velocity? Initial velocity is 0. Then what is time? The time we are calling time of reaction. What are calling? Time of reaction. Then again, how to calculate this time of reaction? S can be replaced by h value. U is 0 into t plus half z. T can be replaced by how much? PR square. Then directly h you got how much? Half of z PR square. Again from this, what is PR? TR is equal to 2h divided by z under root. This is nothing but the time of reaction. Okay? To observe the body and to catch it, in between them some time is there. This time we are calling time of reaction. Simply time of reaction is to observe the thing and to observe the person, thing and the react. In between them the time. That time we are calling time of reaction. This is what concern to stopping distance and concern to reaction time. After this, the one more concept is there. The concept is nothing but relative velocity. Relative velocity concept we will see now. Right friends, concept of relative velocity. We know that from a fixed frame of reference, different persons appear to be moved with the different velocities. What I am saying? From a frame of reference, different bodies appear to be moved with a different velocity. Shall I take an example? Consider you are sitting in the compartment of train. Your train is moving very slowly, right? Let us consider on the same parallel track another train is moving beside. When train passes from you, what you can feel? The train is moving with more velocity as compared to you. Are you following? Right? Shall I take the one more example? Consider you are moving on the bicycle or you are moving on the bike. Suddenly car goes passes you. What you can feel? You can feel that the car is moving with more velocity as compared to you. Right? Or you can take. Let us consider the two different persons moving opposite in direction. One person can feel the person coming with very fast as compared to you. All these phenomena was explained on the basis of relative velocity. Here, what is the relative velocity? Relative velocity is the rate of change of position with respect to one object as compared to another object. Or relative velocity is the velocity of object A with respect to object B. Relative velocity is velocity of object A with respect to object B. Or I can say rate of change of position time rate of change of position of object A with respect to object B. That we are calling relative velocity. Shall I take the relative velocity concept like this? In what way I can define relative velocity? Relative velocity is the time. It is the time. Relative velocity is the time rate of change of position. The time, it is the time rate of change of position of object A with respect to another object, B, right? How time rate of change of position, or what you can call velocity of object A with respect to another object. This we are calling relative velocity. Shall I take here? How to take? Now consider two bodies are moving in the same direction. Shall I take here? See here. This is one object. This object moving in one direction. Consider this is nothing but the position of object A in time interval t. Position of object A in time interval t. And this body moving with velocity how much? Vk velocity. Right up. Then what is the distance traveled by this body? Distance traveled in can be given xa, position of object A in the time interval how much? This is velocity into time. Velocity into time directly. Not only you can take the position x no matter, for confusion I will add it directly. Because velocity is equal to distance by time, or distance is equal to velocity into time. This is one equation. Right? Or you can take one more position like this. Let us take one more situation. Consider the body B moving. By what position? By the position B. By what velocity? By the velocity B. Then what is the distance traveled by body in the time interval? Shall I take here? Distance traveled by the body xb equal to how much? Xb equal to vb into t. Shall I take? Right. But distance traveled by the body can be replaced by equation 1. Distance or displacement traveled by the body can be replaced by equation 2. But if we compare, the distance traveled by body B with respect to A is different. What I am saying? Distance or displacement traveled by the body with respect to body A is different for this observer. Here, how to represent? Simply I am taking subtract equation 2 from equation 1. See here, shall I write here? How to write? xb minus xa equal to how to write? How to write? This is velocity of B into time minus of velocity A into time. Right? Or shall I write here? X of B minus of x of A. X of A equal to Vt is the common. Vb minus Va into how much time? I can write this. In what way I can write? Look at me here. X of B I will take. X of B equal to how much? Vb minus Va. Vba minus Va. What this is? The relative change of position of object A with respect to object B. Velocity of object A with respect to object B. I mean, the object A sees the position of object B by this value. What is the meaning of this? The object A seeing the position of object B by this distance. Actually, what is the distance traveled by the body B? Distance traveled by the body B xb equal to Vb into T. Vb into T. But What is meaning of this? The rate of change of position, time rate of change of position of object B with respect to object A. I mean, when the object A seen to the object B, how much displacement changes? This much displacement will changes. Similarly, I will take. Similarly, when object B seen the object A, in this case what happened? Object A seen the object B by what displacement? By this much displacement. Are you following? But when object B seen the object A, then what happens here? Shall I take here? Here what happens? When object A seeing the object B, I mean relative displacement of object A with respect to object B. Shall I write this like this? Reverse of this. Simply here what I am taking? Equation 2 minus equation 1. In this case I am taking equation 1 minus equation 2. See here, look at me, both the equations, both the equations here, what happens? VA minus of how much? VB. In this case what happened? VB minus VA, but in this case VA minus VB is there. What is meaning of this? When B observe the position of A, then he can appear by this much displacement. In this case what happened? When A observe the displacement of B, then he can note this much displacement. What is meaning of this? There is relative change of displacement. Similarly, relative change of displacement means relative change of the position. We can take the one more example here. So let us consider two bodies are moving same direction with velocity Vk and velocity Vp. How to represent the relative velocities here? Shall I take here? In this case, look at. In this case, I will take. Consider this is the object. This object moving with the velocity Vk. Then this object moving with the velocity Vp. Right. Consider Vk greater than Vp or Vp greater than Vk. Right. Here, how to represent relative velocity? In what way we are defining relative velocity? Velocity of object A with respect to object B. See here. How to write? Velocity of object A with respect to object B equal to how to write? This is VA minus VB. I mean, the object B seeing the velocity of object A. Object B seeing the velocity of object A. This we are calling relative velocity in this case. I mean, this B observe the A by what velocity? This velocity. This velocity we are calling relative velocity. What is meaning of this? The person B observe the velocity of A, that is VA minus VB. For example, shall I take here? Consider this VA equal to how much? VA equal to 20 meter per second. VA equal to 20 meter per second. Now I will take the VB equal to how much? 10 meter per second. When observer B seen the velocity of object A, then how much velocity he goes? Shall I take in this situation? See here how to write? VAB equal to VA how much? VA equal to 20. What is VB? 10. Then what is the relative velocity? Relative velocity equal to how much? 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second. What is meaning of this? Meaning of this is when the observer is seeing the velocity of A, then the A object moving with faster the velocity by amount 10 meter per second. ಅಂದ್ರೆ meaning ಏನ್ರಿ? ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವರ್ ಬಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೋ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವರ್ ಏಕ ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಬಿ ಗೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಂಟದ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ 10 ಮೀಟರ್ per second. Actually what is its velocity? 20 meter per second. But what object B can feel? Object B can feel the object A moving with the velocity extra by amount 10 meter per second. Right? Shall I take the reverse situation here? Reverse mean like this. Shall I go here? Remove this one. What this is? Velocity of object A with respect to object B I written like this in same direction. Now I will take reverse. Reverse mean velocity of object B with respect to object A. This one how to write? This one can be written VB minus VA. What is meaning of this? Meaning of this is The person A observe the velocity of B. Person A observe the velocity of B. Right? Then how to write here in this case what happened? In this case what happened? VAB equal to VB how much? 10. VA equal to 20. What you got? VBA equal to minus 10 meter per second. Minus 10 meter per second. Are you correct, students? What is meaning of this? When observer B seeing the velocity of object A, then it appears minus 10 meter per second. What is that? When observer A seeing the velocity of object B, he appears. What is meaning of this? Meaning of this is this VA always moving in forward direction. Forward direction like this. When this observer turns and sees this object, then what object A can feel? Object A can feel the object B remain by negative velocity. That velocity we are calling 10 meter per second. I mean, when observer is seeing the object B, he moving backward with the velocity 10 meter per second. For example, we are moving on the road. Some person is coming very slowly. If you observe him, then what we can feel? We can feel that that object is going behind by some velocity. This concept we are calling relative velocity, right? Actually, what is the actual velocity? Actual velocity is 10 and 20 meter per second. 10 and 20 meter per second. But in some cases, it may be 10 meter per second. Some cases, it may be minus 10 meter per second. What you can feel? This we are calling relative velocity, right? This is what when two bodies are moving in same direction. By what position here? XA position is there. What about this position? This position is there, but XB position. Right? Now I will take reverse case. Reverse means two bodies are moving in opposite direction. Then how to represent the relative velocity? Shall I take here? Look at my students. Reverse I will take. Reverse means in what case I can take? See here. Consider one person he is moving forward with velocity VA, right? Another person moving in backward direction with velocity how much? VB. I said one example. If you are moving in the train compartment of the train, another train goes in backward direction, what you can feel? This train moving with very fast as compared to us. Did you observe it? Let us see the situation. See here. Now in this case, how to represent? Relative velocity of train A with respect to train B. Here we are taking the convention. Along positive x-axis, velocity taken to be positive, and along the negative x-axis, velocity is taken to be negative here. Convention I will take. Right? In this direction, taken to be positive, and opposite direction, velocity taken to be negative. How to write for this? Velocity of object A with respect to object B I will take. But what is VB? VB is taken to be negative. VB is taken to be negative. Then directly shall I write? VAB equal to how much? VA plus how much? VB. What is the meaning of this? The observer B sees the velocity of object A. Observer B sees the velocity of object A. So, shall I take an example? Consider here, students. Consider this train. This train is moving with 30 meter per second. Later on. This train, how much it is moving? It is moving with 40 meter per second. I will take. VB equal to 40 meter per second. When observer sees the velocity of object A, then what we can feel? What he can feel? See here. Directly shall I write here? VAB equal to how much? VA how much? VA equal to 30. What is VB? VB equal to 40. Then what is the relative velocity? Relative velocity equal to 70 meter per second. 70 meter per second. Are you following me? Actually, when we observe the velocity of A, what is the velocity? 70 meter per second. But actually, what is the velocity? Actual velocity of the A? Actual velocity of the A is 30 meter per second. Are you following me? Actual velocity of object A is 30 meter per second. But when we observe the velocity of A, what we can feel? That the train A moving with the velocity is 70 meter per second. Are you following? See here, this is the concept of relative velocity. Now I will take the reverse. Reverse means shall I take here? What are you present? VAB equal to VA plus VB. Now I will take the reverse. Reverse means what mean? See here, I will take velocity of object B with respect to object A. How to write this value? This value equal to VB minus VA, but VB is taken to be negative. That's what I am taking this value minus. Actually it is VB minus VA, but VB is taken to be negative. That's what I am putting like this. Right. Now in this case, what is meaning of this? The observer A sees the velocity of object B. Observer A sees the velocity of object B. Then what you can feel here? See here, VB I will take. VB, what is VB? VB equal to minus 40, VA equal to 30. Then what you got directly? VBA equal to minus 70 meter per second. What is meaning of this? When observer A sees the velocity of B, then B is moving in negative direction with the velocity 70 meter per second. Andre ಯಾವಾಗ observer A B ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾನ ಅವಾಗ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನ B ಎಷ್ಟು ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಹೊಂಟಾನ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ 70 ಮೀಟರ್ per second ಹೊಂಟಾನ. This is what the concept of relative velocity. But when velocity is the same, when velocities are different, then you will take the position time graph. See here, if two bodies are rest, we can feel so no objects are moving. For example, one person sitting in the compartment, two persons are sitting oppositely in the compartment of train. What you can feel if you observe him and we can observe him also. We also. And what happens here? We feel both are moving we are at rest position. But if you observe outside the trees, what you can feel? Trees are moving in backward direction. Actually, who are moving? We are moving, not the trees are moving. This is nothing but the relative velocity. Right. Then for different velocity, we will take the position time graph here. How to take the position time graph? Position time graph for the relative velocity. Look at me. What you got? Directly got like this. See here. Position time graph. See here. Two bodies are moving from the same position. What position? X is the position, X B is the position, both are moving from the same position. Velocity V and VB. Right? If the case, velocity of A must be equal to velocity of B. Both are moving from the same point and both bodies are moving with the same velocity. Then how to represent position time graph? Shall I take here? Along x-axis I will take the time. Right. Along y-axis I will take the position. Where is the position? XA position. Here I will take. Then what about this position we are calling XB position. This object moving with velocity this much. What are calling this? VA velocity. This object moving by this much velocity. How much velocity? This velocity we are calling VB velocity. When two bodies are moving parallelly with same velocity, they won't meet. How they are going? They are going like this. Right? Now we'll take the reverse. Reverse means velocity of A is greater than velocity of A. See here, in this situation I will take second situation. VA greater than VB. VA greater than VB means A body moving faster as compared to B body. Then see here, I will take the position time graph again for relative velocity. This is nothing but the time. I will take this is nothing but the position in this direction. This is the position XA. What are calling? This is the position XB. The body A moves faster. Faster means take lesser time. Lesser time means how it goes actually. This graph goes like this with velocity VK. And the body moves slowly. Slowly means it should take some time. This is what VB velocity takes some time. It takes less time. Second situation I will take. Third situation shall I take? If VB greater than VK. Third situation shall I take here? What happens? VB greater than VK. Then how to represent? body B moving faster as compared to body A. See here. I will draw again same situation. Position time graph. This is nothing but the time graph. This is nothing but the position along y-axis. We are calling what XA. This is the much XB. B is moving faster. B is moving faster means how it can move like this. By what velocity? By the velocity this much. Right. This body moving slowly. Slowly means it will move like this. With velocity begin. After some time, the both bodies can meet. Both bodies can meet by some position. This position. By what time? This time. This position we are calling meeting point, and this position we are calling meeting time. I mean, when B moves very fast, actually see here, this is the body A moving slowly, this body moving with very fast. At some point, both bodies can meet. The bodies can be represented by this position and this time. This time we are calling meeting time, and this we are calling meeting position. These are what concepts covered to concern to relative velocity. Up to here, the motion in a straight line chapter has been over. In next class, we will solve some numericals concerning NCERT and general numericals. Students, actually lecture number 12. In the next video, lecture number 30 is there. By mistakenly on the board, it becomes 12. So make it correct. Thank you.